Hey people, sorry for the long wait since my last video. I'm in Seoul now and I'm currently trying to adapt to my new environment and my new job, which has been pretty creative the last few weeks. I do have to still show you some clips of my time in Osaka, and that's exactly what I will do in this video. In Osaka, I mostly wanted to try all the Japanese food that I hadn't tried yet and was still on my wish list, so I'm going to show you some clips of that. And during my stay there, I stayed at the Jhoppers hostel, and to tell you, that was one of the best hostels I've ever stayed at, and they organized some pretty interesting parties. The first night, Mr. Yano, an old man who works at the hostel, took us out to an izakaya. This is basically a restaurant where Japanese people go to drink and eat at the same time. In this particular place, everything was priced around €2.50. Mr. Yano gave us white cards for every time we ordered something off the menu. This way, it was clear who had to pay what at the end. When you collected 5 or 10 cards, the cards were traded in for respectively a yellow or a red card. The next day I went to the Dotonbori area. This is the heart of Osaka when it comes to nightlife and restaurants. To me, this was by far the busiest area in Osaka, and it looked like everyone was coming to this area to enjoy the street food you could find here. One of the weirdest things about Japan is though, there are no trash cans anywhere inside. You cannot find a trash can here, which is quite weird because there's no trash on the streets. So apparently Japanese people keep all their trash with them and throw it away at home, which to me is pretty strange, but oh my. Okay, I thought next to these vending machines I would for sure find a trash can. Well, I found one, but not for my plastic. Do you see what I see? It's a trash bag. Let's visit Osaka Castle. Apparently this castle was built somewhere in the 16th century by some dude who wanted to unify all Japan. On this night I decided to go to an Okonomiyaki restaurant, and in here the staff mixes up a bowl full of batter with cabbage and other savory things. You can choose between different toppings, and we chose bacon and shrimp and decided to share. adding several different sauces and herbs, this particular restaurant makes a drawing with mayonnaise on top of the pancake. In case you can't see what the drawing is supposed to be, don't worry, I got you. It's the Osaka Tower. Other food that I wanted to try is the infamous famichiki, greasy chicken from the convenience store. And of course, I had to check what kind of special things the Japanese McDonald's had to offer.
Chicken teriyaki burger.
That night, it was time for another party with Mr. Yano. He made the exact same jokes as the night at the izakaya, which ironically made his jokes even funnier. This time he took us to a takoyaki bar, and takoyaki are dough balls filled with octopus, and they are topped with several sauces and herbs. We tried our best to turn the balls on the hot plate, but the owner made it seem a lot easier than it was. And of course, what is Japanese food without some sake?
Sake for the first time, cheap sake here in Osaka. I don't know what this is, but it's cheap. And me and Charlotte are gonna drink this whole bottle.
After the takoyaki party, we decided to end my last night in Japan with some karaoke. All in all, I loved visiting Japan. It's one of the cleanest countries that I've ever been to. Not a dirty toilet anywhere, and weird rules ranging from taking your trash with you to special subway cards for women. It was an interesting trip for sure, and hopefully I'll be back someday. But for the next few videos, let's move on to their neighbors, South Korea.